Hello, I'm Jashikins, and here's my first response to the novel Dead Space Martyr, which is one of the Dead Space novels. And it actually follows the history of unitology, the very founding of it, and there are quite a bit of twists and turns in it. It turns out that Altman didn't found unitology, he was just used to make unitology real so that Markov and Stevens could use the markers for their own ends. And of course, Martyr refers to Altman, being that he was killed to found unitology. And Altman didn't want to be known as a saint or anything, even though as the novel goes on, people more and more think of him as the chosen one, as the one the marker chose. And he just has none of it, and he actually is very sick of it and only allows people to think those things of him when he actually needs shit done. So he uses himself to find out more about the marker, and at the end of the book distinct the marker so that no one else can get it, which doesn't end up working because the evil Markov, who's really the head bad guy in this novel, decided and planned ahead so that if anything happens to the marker, to the whole base they were at, that he would still have enough to recreate different markers. And the whole novel does get the essence of the games down pretty damn good. I've read previous not Dead Space novels, but novelizations of different video games. The most recent one, besides this one I've read, was Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. And this one does a good job at getting the creepiness and the complexity of the universe down pat. And as you notice, the cover is not of Altman, but of the first man to die, who is, I believe his name was Hennessy. And what ends up happening is he goes crazy from the marker, and he kills the person he's with, takes the person's blood and starts putting symbols on the walls, and he runs out of space or blood, and he ends up cutting himself up. Yeah. But the first part of this book, besides really the little prologue thing here, is just very much build up and getting to know the characters. Things happen, and some of it's exciting. But the real meat of the horror doesn't really happen until really near the very end. And it turns out the black marker came on the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. And the place that the novel refers to actually is where the asteroid hit. But they, of course, just changed some things up to make it fit into this universe. And to start off with, the novel doesn't really seem to focus on Altman that much, but as it progresses, it focuses very much on Altman. And in the novel, I'm just going to spell this out because for the life of me, I cannot pronounce it. The place, Chixulub. The novel says it means tail of the devil, but in reality, it means flea of a devil. And according to the Dead Space Wiki, some references to necromorph as a flea of a devil is made in the novel, but I can't point any one place where that happened, so a little bit of trivia. And yeah, it's all around a good book. There are some people's names that you can recognize from the other Dead Space games, but it seems to be much more of a, hey, this is Dead Space, remember this, than actually probably being actually related to the people in the Dead Space games, direct descendants and all. So it was exciting to see the names, but at the same time, they really added nothing to the story, and it sort of be a little bit of a stretch to actually think of those people actually being related to the people in the Dead Space games. And in the marker, there's of course always this mystery about the marker, and Altman figures out, at least he assumes, that the hallucinations aren't really the marker, and it seems that the hallucinations are on either of two sides. They're either telling you to kill yourself, to go with convergence, or to actually stop the marker. And it's sort of interesting to have that little civil war in the marker itself. So the marker, what it really is, we don't know. But it's very interesting to find that out. And as I end this, Altman, I have much higher respect of him now, because previously he's only really been this father of unitology, of, the crazy Scientologist of Dead Space. And here you actually find out he wasn't that bad of a guy, that he was very heroic, risked life and limb to stop the marker. Unfortunately, of course, that fails. So yeah, Dead Space Martyr by B.K. Evanson. I would definitely recommend checking it out. I'll have the review of this novel up on my blog in maybe a day or two. I don't know. Depends how the day goes. And I have been Jashikin's owner at jashikins.blogspot.com. If you want to contact me for whatever reason outside of my blog or YouTube, you can do so at facebook.com/Jashikins fan page, or on Twitter at Jashikins. You can also, if you're on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you think of Dead Space Martyr. It'll help with my review later, if you view it in time. If you view this on my blog, thank you just for watching. You can, of course, leave a comment, too, and tell me what you think. Though you people on my blog seem to leave comments less than YouTube, which is saying a lot, or not. And if you want to help support this blog that does more than just these first response videos, more than episode reviews, but also original series, review series, a bunch of other stuff, you can, of course, to help donate, go to the donate box, and you can choose one of two options, or hell, even both, I don't care. You can use the handy-dandy donate button, or you can go down to my Cafe Press Shop link and buy something, and you'll actually be helping to support this blog at the same time. And I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get any other episode reviews out during the time, but I didn't have any Wi-Fi connection for the laptop, and I was spending time with my fiance and my family, so. And my kitties. Come on. Okay, this is Balthazar, and this is Archer, so they wanted to be in this video now. And until next video, goodbye.